Well folks, what is happening? Welcome to Dublin. Just arrived here in Connolly Station, formerly Amiens Street. We just arrived off the Enterprise service, which has been going for over 75 years. Established in 1922, cross-border railway service, folks. At least here in Dublin, they kept the Victorian style railway station. When you arrive in Belfast, you must be somewhat underwhelmed whenever you see Belfast lying in place. It's a bit of a monstrosity, but when you arrive here, it's definitely more of a feeling of grandeur. If you like the video, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel down below. I've been coming to this city for well over 20 years, well more than 20 years, and it's always felt more of a international city for sure. And it is a lot bigger too, it's more than double the size. Dublin is of course about 1 million people, more or less. We're heading down to O'Connell Street here, which you will see a big giant spike, a big needle. This obviously was the site of a Nelson's pillar, which was here much longer before. It was a statue of Horatio Nelson. It was blown up by the IRA in 1966 and it was later removed. So now they've put this big massive spike. What do you think, folks? Do you like the spike? Do you think that's a nice improvement on a statue of Nelson? What do you think? Yes? Do you like it or no? Please let me know in the comments below. As always, your budget backpacker advice. I will give you some tips on where to go in Dublin's fair city. So let's go and have a look around, folks.
Trinity College Dublin, officially known as the College of the Holy and Undivided Trinity of Queen Elizabeth in Dublin, is one of Ireland's most prestigious and historic universities and also the oldest, having been established in 1592 with a royal charter from Queen Elizabeth I. It was established as a Protestant university with the purpose of providing education to the English and Protestant settlers in Ireland. The college's initial aim was to promote the Protestant faith and English culture in a predominantly Catholic and Gaelic-speaking country. The foundation of the university was a reflection of the English Crown's efforts to exert control over Ireland during this period. For much of its early history, Trinity College Dublin was seen as a stronghold of the Protestant establishment in Ireland. The university was primarily attended by members of the Anglican Church, which was the established church in Ireland at the time. It played a significant role in shaping the cultural and intellectual landscape of Dublin and the wider country. Trinity College Dublin's historical role as a Unionist institution is tied to its Protestant identity and its alignment with the Anglo-Irish ascendancy. During the 19th and early 20th centuries, when discussions of Irish Home Rule and the potential for Irish independence were prominent, Trinity College Dublin was often seen as a bastion of unionism.
So folks, we're just inside the courtyard here of Trinity College. This is the size of the queue when you get here. You're greeted by about, I don't know, 200 people? 100 people? Let's have a look around. We are on the 8:30 booking, so make sure you get your ticket ready. I've just been into the Book of Kells exhibition, and I must say it is interesting to read about the history of the book and about all the sort of literature written in Ireland at that time. Of course, folks, you can come into the Trinity College grounds free of charge, walk around, take pictures, but to do the tour, it costs money, and to do the library, it also costs money. We're standing beside the Berkeley Library, which is kind of brutalist library right in the middle of this lovely Trinity grounds. It was constructed in 1967 and named after the philanthropist George Berkeley. Now, recently they've decided to rename this or dename it, so it currently has no name because he allegedly had links with the slave trade, or he wrote pamphlets in support of the slave trade. So what do you think, folks? Is that justification to rename a library that's existed here for over 50 years? Do you think it's right to rename buildings in this day and age that have existed for so long? What do you think, folks? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think the renaming and cancel culture is right? Do you think we should just cancel the names of anybody who had a tenuous link with slavery or things that existed in those times? You know, we're judging people of those era by today's standards. You know, in those times, we would not have lived by the same standards. Even in the last 20 years, this sort of, you know, woke culture has emerged, and things that we could do 20 years ago or 10 years ago we can't do now. So what do you think, folks? Please let me know in the comments below. Now we're going to check out Dublin Castle, which was of course the seat of British power in Ireland at one stage. Let's have a look around.
Dublin Castle's importance as the seat of British power in Ireland was most pronounced during the 18th and 19th centuries, when the relationship between Ireland and Britain was marked by political and social unrest. It was the headquarters of the Chief Secretary for Ireland and the Lord Lieutenant of Ireland, who represented British interests there. The castle played a pivotal role in governing the country, overseeing policies and handling matters related to land ownership, religion and governance. Its role as a symbol for British rule became highly contentious during the Irish struggle for independence. It was famously the site of the handover ceremony in 1922, when the British government officially handed control of the Irish Free State, which later became a republic, to the newly formed Irish government. This marked the end of British colonial administration in most of Ireland. After Irish independence, Dublin Castle transitioned into the hands of the Irish government. It has since served as a government complex for various state functions, including hosting state dinners, ceremonies, and the inauguration of the President of Ireland. Castle continues to be a significant historical and cultural landmark in Dublin, and is where the late Queen Elizabeth II made her historical visit to the Republic of Ireland, the first British monarch to do so since independence.
So folks, we're going to check out the Islandbridge War Memorial Gardens here in Dublin. Best way to get here is probably go down onto the Wellington Quay and get the bus, the C1, the C2, the C4. So these gardens were built to commemorate the soldiers from Ireland that served in the First World War. It was approximately 49,000, almost 50,000 Irishmen died from this part of Ireland in the First World War. So this is a memory to them, and also it was built with labour from ex-British Army soldiers and the new Irish Army. So it was built by those that had actually fought in those wars. As you will know from Northern Ireland, there's a lot of memorials. Every town, village and hamlet has remembrance gardens like this, but in the Republic of Ireland you will not see that, because after the partition a lot of the memorials to Britain were kind of removed. Any links with Britain, statues were taken down, but this stands as a reminder of those that died from all of Ireland in the First and Second World Wars. So we've got some Sligo War Memorial, North Irish Horse. So the Royal British Legion does have an office here in Dublin. Key Slipper Rabbit. If you are looking for free attractions to do in Dublin, check out the Phoenix Park. It's the largest park in Europe, and it's also home to some deer. Oh dear. That's because it used to be a deer hunting ground of the British whenever Ireland was under British control. But now it's an open park. It is residence to the President of Ireland. Aras an Uachtaráin is the name of the house. Luckily today the sun is shining for me to take you around on this visit. So first thing you will notice is the Wellington Monument, which was named after the Duke of Wellington, Arthur Wellesley, who was actually from here in Dublin. And there also is a city in New Zealand called Wellington, and of course the Wellington Boot, amongst other things, named after the Duke of Wellington. But here is a monument dedicated in his honour. Lots of people out enjoying the sunshine. Why not on a day like today? As always, if you like the video, please hit that like down below and subscribe to my channel to get more videos like this. So folks, we're going to check out the Guinness Store House. Yes, that's right, here in Dublin is where Guinness, the world famous stout, is made. It's synonymous around the world as an Irish beer, and it bears the harp, which is the national symbol of Ireland. So we're going to check out the brewery right here. It's probably one of the most visited tourist attractions in Dublin. Lots of horse riders here, horse and carts. Doing a 3-point turn.
The Guinness Store House is situated at the historic St James's Gate Brewery in Dublin, where Arthur Guinness first signed the lease for the brewery in 1759. The 7-storey visitor centre is shaped like a pint of Guinness and is one of Dublin's most iconic landmarks, with over 1.7 million visitors annually. The Guinnesses were a wealthy Anglo-Irish Protestant family and as such were opposed to any movement to cut the link with Great Britain, and it is alleged that the family donated money to the UVF gun-running campaign in Larne, which landed approximately 30,000 guns and was in opposition to the impending Home Rule Bill. In the 1970s and 80s, Guinness considered rebranding as an English drink, disassociating itself from Ireland. Worried about the impact on sales and the IRA's campaign during the Troubles, Guinness came close in 1982 to relaunching the brand as an English beer brewed in West London. However, as Northern Ireland's situation improved in the 1990s, the company's marketing strategy changed again towards the marketing the drink as Irish, aiming the product at tourists in Ireland and the estimated 70 million people of Irish descent living around the world.
Well folks, what time is it? Ali, what time is it?
Beer o'clock.
It's beer o'clock, that's right. Salute, Slanton, Strobia, Lacan, Posh, Nagasegri. You forgot anything, talk to your cab? As they say in India, get that fucking India. Ew. What time is it? It's almost dinner time here folks, and we're just gonna get some buffalo burger, bit of buffalo chicken, buffalo fries. The guy did say it is hot, but is it Mexican hot? What have you got, Ali?
Caesar salad. But it's massive.
That's what she said. Let's have a look. What do you reckon, folks? Does that look good?
Yeah.
I'm getting food envy here. I'm getting food jealousy. I'm gonna get stuck into this myself. I'm gonna have a wee bit. Can I have a wee bit, Ali?
No, sorry.